Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel. Welcome to the start of a weekly reading blog. Let's talk about my 2 top priority reads for the next day or so. So first one is Broken Perfect Lies by Wismer. I believe it comes out on the 14th and I have an arc. To be fair, I would have already had this finished. However, I did literally not find out about my arc until like the 3rd or 4th because it went to my spam folder. So way to go, Gmail. I'm super mad at you, but that's fine. So I'm glad that I thought to look there, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I think I'm in between 20 and 30% done maybe. I think I'm on chapter 11 or 12. I'm really liking it. If you've never heard the premise of this book, basically it's like a dark, spicy Hannah Montana bodyguard romance. And it's categorized as romantic suspense. I also want to read Spy Family Volume 4. I'm like 10% of the way through that, so not very far at all, but I want to start reading like another manga series. I reread The Girl from the Other Side manga last month and I really loved it, so I need to fill that manga shaped hole in my heart. So those are my 2 top reads. I also have officially decided to DNF Realmbreaker. I'm really bummed, but I don't know. I don't want to waste my time on a book I'm not so sure about. So yeah. And as far as I know, those are the 2 main top priorities for this whole week, but you know, I don't know. I think I can read Broken Perfect Lies really quick because Wismer is one of those authors that no matter how long her book is, I can always read it really fast. Her writing and I just gel and vibe super well with each other, so I'm excited to continue on with that. And then Spy Family, it's a manga, it's fast to read. So I guess after I finish those, we'll figure out what else to read. I need to look at my TBR and figure it out because I put a lot of books on there and I actually want to finish all of them, even though February is literally the shortest month of the year. I want to finish them all, so we're gonna do our best. Hi besties, what's up? So it is Wednesday today and I figured I'd update you guys a little bit before I go to work. I'm really excited because apparently my USB port that I need to edit videos on my Mac is coming, so hopefully it gets here tomorrow like it says it will. Also, if you can hear my fireplace in the background, I'm sorry, but it's cold outside and whew, it's hot in here, I guess, but I wanted to update y'all. So I got to 28% of Broken Perfect Lies by Wismer, and I'm really liking it. I love the chapter I just read. It was so cute. I'm excited to see where we go from here, but yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then I also read some of Spy Family this morning, and I am 40% of the way through that. So I'm hoping I can maybe finish that one tonight and Broken Perfect Lies soon. I'm wondering if I can maybe get to 50% of the way through tonight. I doubt that's gonna happen, but I can always try. I just got to mission 22 in Spy Family Volume 4 and I literally have to leave for work in 10 minutes. And I want to finish it right now. Like, first world problems, I get it, but like, I shouldn't have read it before I went to work because now I want to finish it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe what just happened. I want to finish it. I want to finish it, but I will be late to work if I keep reading. I only have like 70 more pages. This happened at a bad time. Anyways, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and update my bullet journal really quick before I go to work because I think I finished a book on my TBR. I don't think I updated it when I finished Lore Olympus Volume 2, so I'm gonna update that. I feel like I finished another book since then too, but I can't remember which one. No, maybe I haven't. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna update my bullet journal and yeah, I will talk to y'all, I guess, when I get home from work and finish Spy Family because I'm doing that tonight. And I might try to finish the rest of the volumes I have. And depending on how many ebooks I've read, maybe I'll buy the 8th one because I think the 8th one just came out. Guys, I want the whole series now, and I don't have the money for the whole series right now, so that sucks, but I love it. It's so cute, and I love Anya. I love Lloyd, and I love Anya's mom, who I can't remember the name of right now, but I love her too. And I love the little doggy that was just introduced. Oh my gosh. Him and Anya, literally soulmates. I don't mean that in a weird way, just like an animal human best friend, like soulmate thing. We all know what I'm talking about, but it's so good. It's so good. Besties, what's up? It is currently Friday. Thank goodness. Spy Family. First, let's talk about Spy Family Volume 4. Besties, I finished it and I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. I'm waiting for that 5-star. 5-star. Now, upon reread, will most of the volumes probably be 5 stars? Sure. But I am waiting for that particular 5-star, like, I want to get this whole manga volume tattooed on my body. But it was really cute. I would say, even though it's closer to a 4-star, I would say it's probably like a 4.25, 4.5 maybe. It's really good. It was so cute. I immediately wanted to go into the next one, and I think I might have started it, but I didn't get that far in. Next, I want to talk about Hunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. It is the second book in the Cat and Mouse duet. I started listening to the audiobook, and como se dice, I like it, but I don't think that's how you, like, I am so sorry. I don't know what I was saying. My ear started ringing, and it's doing it again. What the heck? Okay. I'm sorry. We're just gonna keep my hand like this for a minute. I don't know what's wrong with my ear today. It's still ringing a little bit, but it's not too bad. So, Hunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. I like it, but I... Okay. Here's why I struggle saying that I like it. I'm gonna try to prop you guys up, actually. Just a little bit. There we go. That's better. Okay, the reason I'm struggling to say that I like it is because if you know, the cat and mouse duet, you know that it's super dark. Like, I mean, it's mega dark. And as soon as I got into the first book, I really liked it, and I rated it 4 stars. Hunting Adeline is really hard to read. It's really hard to read. I think the author is doing a really good job. Did a really good job at writing it. It's really hard to read. And I didn't realize I was so emotional about this book, so we're just gonna swiftly move on from this. But look up the trigger warnings, because even though I can't relate to anything that's happening in the book, apparently it's really getting to me, which I did not realize until now. This is not the vibes. This is not the vibes. Okay, I'm sorry. Holy cow. Dude, my emotions have been all over the place this week. I'm sorry. That was random. Let's talk about a different book. So, I also am this far into Forestfall. I did start this before this vlog. I just honestly didn't think I'd be reading it for this one, but here we are. I am on page, I think I'm a little bit further than this. I'm somewhere in chapter 23, but chapter 23 starts on page 295. And this book, why am I reading this? I don't need to read. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, it has 389 pages. You guys, the intrusive thoughts made me read the last paragraph. I don't even know whose POV it's in, because this is actually 2 POVs, so. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, the first book is called Lakesedge, and I really, really enjoyed it. It is not a fan favorite, though. I will say, like, most of the people I've heard talk about it do not like it, and I will admit the story was kind of disjointed a little bit, but I didn't mind it, actually. I do think that this book really shines because it has 2 POVs, and I think the first book really needed 2 POVs. I'm not gonna lie. I think we needed both Violetta and Rowan, yep. I think we both needed both Violetta and Rowan's POV in the first book to really grasp like the whole story. And I really loved the writing. And same with this one. I love this writing. I think if you like things by Shay Earnshaw, she's one of my favorite authors of all time, like top 3, probably top 4. Or if you like The House Book by V.E. Schwab. I don't remember the name of it right now. Gallant. If you like Gallant by V.E. Schwab, I think you'll really like the first book. With that being said, like, I know that Gallant wasn't everybody's favorite and I liked it, and I know Lakesedge wasn't everybody's favorite and I liked it, and I do like this. However, Violetta is... Dude. Violetta, are you freaking joking me in this book? She's being such an idiot. Like, I get it. I totally get it, but I do not understand her motivations in this book. We are 295 pages into this book, and I still don't understand what the F is going on in her head. So, that's an issue, but you know what? It's okay. I do really like this book. I think it's sitting at either a 3.5 or 4 star, if I'm being honest. And, like, look at this cover. I bought it at the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. So good. So good. I really, like, I love this cover, and I do really like this book. It's teetering between, like, being a 5 star and being a 4 star, if that makes sense. So these last 100 pages are really gonna make it or break it. Oh, she's so cute. I love her. She's adorable. Look at her. Oh, I love you, Lyndall. You're so adorable. Okay, anyways, sorry. Tangent aside, I don't understand what's going on in her brain right now at this moment in the book. And I don't know. I'm so irritated with her right now because I do think that the subsequent things that are about to happen in the rest of the book could have been avoided if she made one simple change. Like, if she did one thing as opposed to not doing that thing. I don't know how to say this without spoiling the book, so I'm gonna kind of pull back from what I'm talking about, but yeah. And I'm interested to see the big reveal that just happened between a couple of the characters. I'm interested to see how that's going to play out for that relationship dynamic, because yeah, I'm also interested to see what another relationship dynamic is going to end up like. I am very excited to see what else Lyndall comes out with in the future, because I do really like her writing. And I started 2 poetry collections. Those are just kind of like side things if I want something like thought-provoking but fast to read. I also got 30% into Broken Perfect Lies. I'm sure I already told you this. I'm really liking it, and I really love the chapter I just read. I want to finish the chapter I'm currently on because I stopped in the middle of it because I was sneakily reading it at work, even though I'm not supposed to have my phone, I don't think. So yeah, gonna keep up with that one. I need to start finishing some things, if I'm being honest, because I won't talk about all the books I'm currently reading, but let's see here. Let's just see here. Besties, let's see here. I'm reading 14 books right now. We need to cut that in half, besties. We need to cut it in half. So, plans. I might try to finish this tonight. I thought I would have more time, but I've literally been red in my mouth for like 20 minutes at this point. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm feeling Broken Perfect Lies, but I guess we'll see. I'm also feeling Spy Family, so yeah. I guess we'll have to see this. Hi besties, what's up? So, same location. However, it's the next day. So, first, I got my chocolate milk. I got my burritos that you can't really see with some sriracha ranch. And let's talk about the 3 things I finished this morning, which, not intentional, but it happened. I was in a really big reading mood when I went to bed last night, and it carried over. I'm going to kind of go in like the last thing I finished to the first thing I finished order, because I have more to say about the second 2 things than I do about the third thing, so let's just get it out of the way. First, I'm sorry if you can hear the dogs barking outside. But in that dog's defense, I am pretty sure that's the one that gets locked out on its balcony every night and whines and whimpers for its owners to come save it. You aren't going to take care of your pets, don't have them. But anyways, so the first book I finished was, or I guess is more of a poetry collection. It's Pillow Thoughts, and it was volume 1 by Courtney Peppernell. Now, I gave this one 3 stars. I will say, all poetry is kind of disjointed, and I understand why that is. Like, it's not like a cohesive collection necessarily, but I feel like typically poetry collections have like a couple different parts, and all the parts follow the same like train of thought. And I can tell that these were like poems that she wrote down, or like poems that she had the idea for in her like going to sleep. I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean that none of them really fit together as a cohesive poetry collection, in my opinion. So I probably will not be continuing on with the little like collection of poems that she has in the Pillow Thoughts realm, I guess you could say. I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. I really like poetry usually, but this one just felt I had a disconnect. So yeah, there's that one. And then I also finished Forestfall by Lyndall Clipstone, and y'all, I'm shocked. I gave this 5 stars. So I do stand by what I said last night. I really do. However, if I would have just finished the chapter I was currently reading before I updated you, I would have understood, oh my gosh, her name, Violetta. I would have understood Violetta's motives a lot more than I did, and I would have understood where she was coming from. So although I do agree with past me's thoughts, I'm here to admit that if I would have just kept reading, I would have understood. And let me tell you, this last third, or the last like 150 pages I had, really blew me away. I loved it. I loved it. I will say there better be a third book in the series, because literally, you guys, literally, the thing that I am most interested in seeing happened kind of like near the end of the book, and we didn't get a chance to explore it, so there better be a third book. I did look on Goodreads. It didn't say anything about a third book. I need to go and see if Lyndall has any social media so I can stalk her, so I can figure out if there's a third book in this world with these characters, because she's literally withholding the greatest thing from us by ending the book where she did. So I really love this. 5 stars. I cannot wait to reread this in Lakesedge and annotate them. Yeah, I love it. I loved the lush scenery and the vibes I got from this book. It was immaculate. These are perfect books to read like fall and winter, I feel like. Yeah, this was just so phenomenal. I really enjoyed this. And like I said, descriptions, writing to me was top tier. I don't know. Not on par with Laini Taylor writing, but that woman is I just don't even know. But it was still really lush, amazing writing, and it really was really atmospheric is the word I'm looking for. The world that we get to see in this book, like the other side of the world, is just so and so amazing. All the characters that were introduced. I will say, listen y'all, I'm telling you, you need, if you read this series and if you read this book in particular, y'all are gonna have to wait for the last 150 pages for it to all be tied together, or else you are just gonna be like so in the dark. You're gonna be like, what's going on? I do not understand Violetta right now. I don't get her motivations. I don't know where she's coming from. And I'm glad that I read this. And I'm really glad I bought it at the Barnes & Noble half off sale, because I'm so glad I own this. Look at this cover. I'm sure I've already said that, but it's so pretty. Okay. Last, and the one I have the most to say about, is Broken Perfect Lies by Katie Wismer. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna finish it this week. Purely based on the fact that while I was 30% in, I wasn't super loving it. However, I literally laid in bed until 2 a.m. last night and read 40% of the book. I read to 70% of the book last night before I went to bed. That's freaking insane. I never do that, people. I never do that. So, it was so great. I really, really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I decided to keep it at 4 stars on Goodreads, mostly because it is literally the most 4.5 star book I've ever read. Like, that book is the definition of 4.5 stars. So I rated it 4 stars because I didn't feel right rating it up, because it's just, yeah. Anyways, so if you don't know, Broken Perfect Lies is about Riker A, aka Parker Beck, I think is her last name. And Parker has been leading this double life since she was about 17 years old. And she became really famous from a video going viral, I believe. And at the beginning of the book, you realize she's been, like, her identity has been leaked to the press. We don't know who did it, and we don't know why they did it, but we find out that her true identity was released to the released to the press. I mean, not the priest. I'm not reading a priest book, but it was released to the press, and basically she's dealing with the ramifications of that. And she's also at the same time looking for a new bodyguard, because we find out very quickly that she is down a bodyguard, and we do find out later why that is. And then enter in Heath. I do not remember Heath's last name. I'm sorry. Do not remember that man's last name, but he is down on his luck after his sister gets in a fatal car accident that leaves her in a coma. And he needs to find a job that pays really good money ASAP so that he can support his sister's medical bills, because his mom isn't really well off and his dad is out of the picture. So he comes across this ad that is like an exuberant amount of money to be a bodyguard, and he forges his resume and he ends up getting the job. And that's where him and Parker cross paths, and it's kind of like, it's not hate to love. I'm not gonna go that far. It's not hate to love. I would say it's dislike to love. Dark, spicy Hannah Montana bodyguard romance. Everything that that Katie said about this book while she was writing it, like how she's pitched this book is perfect. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I loved Parker's I loved her character growth throughout the whole book. I will say, I get that it's a romance book, and I understand the 3 acts of a romance book, and I get that there's always a 3rd act breakup, and I don't like it in this case. I understand where both of the characters were coming from. I understand both of their POVs. Doesn't make it any easier for me to like. The problem is, the reason that it happened was due to a character's actions, and I do not know what I would have done had I been in that situation. It's all I'll say. 'Cause I don't want to spoil the book. I don't want to. I will say, the suspense builds up slowly, and then it hits the crescendo right at the end. So take that how you will. I do think that people were going in expecting more suspense than they got, and I totally feel that. Really, like, I mean, it really hits the nail on the head with the suspense and stuff by the end of the book. So I really liked it. 4.5 stars. It comes out February 20th. If you're interested, go pre-order it. The ebook, $4.99 to pre-order. It will be on KU. The cover is gorgeous. I'm assuming I put a picture of it right by me. Go look at that cover. Look at that cover and tell me you do not want it on your shelves. It is so great. I cannot sing enough praises for Katie Wismer. I love her work. I've loved every single thing she's come out with, which is surprising because she has like a YA romance, a new adult romance, adult spicy romance, and then her fantasy romance, her dark fantasy romance series. And and poetry. I've loved everything that she's come out with, and I'm in awe of just how well she can write stuff. I will say there's also a fun little tie-in. If you've read the Pact books by her, there's a fun little character sprinkle in there. Well, is the character fun? Nah, but like, it was fun to see that little Easter egg. So yeah, if you haven't heard of it, go at least add it to your want to read shelf on Goodreads. Like, it is so good. I'll link it down below. I'll link all these books down below, but yeah. Anyways, I also, sorry for the long update, I started a reread of Cherry Bomb by Carmel Rhodes. And I am 30 pages in. I did stop in the middle of a chapter to go get food, but this book is really good. I actually read it for the first time, like, literally at the beginning of the year. It hasn't even been I don't know that it's even been a full week since I finished it, but I got this physical copy and I needed to annotate it, and annotate it I have. So if you don't know, Cherry Bomb follows our main character, Cherry, and she works at a restaurant, and one night she goes to work and she runs into this really hot guy named Cash, and it is an age gap romance. And things pursue from there. I really like this, I will say. First of all, it's on KU, so I would really recommend at least reading the first like 3 or 4 chapters to see if the writing style is like your style, because the writing style at the beginning of the book is a little bit like rough. It's not bad, it's just like I could see how people would think it's kind of juvenile and cringy. Especially Cash's POV. Besties, listen. I don't know, he's British, so maybe it's hitting the nail on the head, but I actually think it's like really overdoing the British thing. Again, I could be wrong. Like, if I'm wrong, that's fine, but like, I don't know. Man, it is just like really going hard at the fact that he's British, and it is kind of cringe to read a little bit, so just beware of that. It's definitely different, like, writing wise than I'm used to. I really love this book. I can't wait to keep rereading it. I'm hoping that I can maybe, I'm probably gonna end up finishing it next week, but I'm gonna reread books to annotate them. I need to do it fast because yeah, but this is a super fast reread for me. Even with annotating, I have barely been reading for any amount of time, and I'm already 30 pages through, so yeah. Other than that, that's all I have to update y'all on, so I'll talk to you in a little bit with some more updates. I want to start trying to make a dent in my TBR because I really did want to finish that this month, so we're gonna see about that. Anyways, enough rambling. Yeah, I'm gonna go find something to do, something to read, and I will talk to y'all in just a little bit.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're with